Good morning. So today the word that came to mind was humility and being humble and what it means. I was doing some writing this morning. Excuse me, I still have my cold. I was doing some writing this morning and I was answering some questions, and one of them asked me, what does it mean to be humble? What is humility to you? And who do you know that you see as being truly humble? And I really started thinking about that. I was thinking how humility and being humble to me means being teachable. And I was thinking also, though, how it's about really accepting my humanness, that that I'm so much alike, like other people, and vice versa. That inside we're very similar. And excuse me, when I was thinking about people who I see as being really humble, two different women came to mind, and I was asking myself, why? What is it about these women that represents humility to me? And both of them, the characteristic that comes to mind is that they're both very engaged in life. Um, they both just use their strengths, they use their gifts in their everyday life. One of them was my piano teacher from the time I was like, I think 11 or 12. She's 94 now. And I just still see her so active, and she, works in her garden, and she takes her stuff down to the farmer's market, and she bakes and cooks, and again takes things down to the farmer's market. And she still plays the piano. She teaches still. I found it amazing. But there's a gentleness about her as well. And I remember last time I was with her, I was telling her that I always kind of laughed that when I was taking piano, I was not a great student at all. I just didn't practice. I wanted to play the piano, but I didn't want to have to practice. So there you go. So I would go from week to week, and I wouldn't have practiced in between. So, I'd show up the next week, and I'd be trying to muddle through my lesson, and I hadn't practiced anything. And she was so gracious about it. She was always like, well, let's sit down and do them. And she said to me, she said, yeah, we call those working lessons. And I thought, God bless you. You are very gracious. But, just watching her just participate in life, to me, that's genuine humility. And the other woman has been in my life for about the last 8 years. And again, same thing. I watch her, just go about what she does. She's a nurse, and just a very kind and caring one. And she's, very active with her grandkids and with her sons. And again, she also goes out and plays in her garden. I'm thinking maybe I need to start gardening. Although I live in Arizona, and I don't know, I'm just not a big cactus person, so I got to figure something else out. But both of these women to me represent real humility. They're just in touch with who they are, and they seem so comfortable in their own skin. And they're both just very loving, giving women without giving them, they don't give themselves away. They simply, like I've said a couple days ago, it's almost like they come from a place of a fountain as opposed to a vacuum. They're very filled up, and so that's what humility, and that's what comes to mind today when I think about humility. So, anyways, I'm going to invite you to just take a few minutes to center and close your eyes if you'd like to. Take a few deep breaths and just find your place of calm. And I'll talk a bit in light languages and just have a really great day. Thanks for joining me. Ashedemalia Vengriataste, Shurime Gentia Taledu Viven and Becariada India to live Ishitia Shikriata in Ashiroiste, Shule Vindi and Bon Jangria Taitu, and Evera Helimovanki and Rudian Ashiroiste, and GT Shipidia Dindende, Elia Shuti and Shankuk Uria Shuria Daishne, Telekikria Daishde. Shumpu eme elevekari dahisnishi, ushu tulia kanida huride negri daishte. Pour le vecchi anduidai, ele vecchi indishin genti e tuli di shikin kunli daisto. Embituli me jiki utulin shikutu ushutu vehere bohundangre daisto. Paiela vide ele bohujun me jiku, shinchichali dushi engintu enjikili tushudi daiste. Pour all le mehere ele kuntundi dandi dashno, ele jiki andu. De elebevere kukuli reshi kadi shindi daishe. Do you boo eleve neji aishu? Shepe elevo eleve kalinai lai to eleve injantandi guri daindoste. Po elevaite ebo evete enkianu ele daishu ushu kultuni nai like it daindosto. And be maridai and daishe eshokuishe eshopu ulite heleve shutain tani neshu kiataitis. Pulivaiti alimbu invenpu eshiku shutiri deli meji kiritinji doisto. And alevo ushu kuliadaishne eshushushuipe ede helvetia kudiadaiste. po en veli mai shi an jun kunjian de ido sto. Pe veli be shu ujudi me jituri vai kredali na sto. Time beri daitu en de veli kishudi daistu. Po asho bali mohuru ri asho ko sho bari pati dain de me hijo di ali doje dai su kushudi en destu. Menjude endo en me shifiti shu chuli sheli baistu. Je crine legi en chinchimpedi tu sheli be showi jan shote daido atebe kiondo. Be veli neji asho kushuli tishu kri danji shu je poshu dande doje in my later. Berevo la pufore kledu indiado en mejo legien clientele she ashute hede behede voshuti la inaista. O eje a joikre teliesti shi shubede taindo en bevelitudi en basto. Menju ali vishute en eshi krietuste de marido eventu en vaido. Be the veli kunchien de endia shuri velia shu tia para hade vohle den be krenu na mine en benki en tole he beke stein en basto. Eshibichambon by Elevian Bonda. Mo eleva kuridu ulindunji and jibere ejetia tole hedi pevela bonti and tangria taido and bejne ejico. Shutaida ledo in the belly jin don dagretosto and meji condende. Po etavala and bondema elevation chenda and early disciondo and jin cantian chorebo hidivikundi and dinde. Pantamba and benero. Nine cointanda helidu ishikia shuja de behelishinchi on bodia cariadoinde. And pichim beni maliedoste, sure a aboribo ule venti anku, shui ayo tu andian boshe. And pele vemenda cariadaida, unde beledo shalidoste. On dalime ange, injianku, injintele jushe, injimbere puri vegi, adio dahli di injianku diandondende. Bedine alle bujai alle tu et verkuja alle tuja anjeda duja minijon can curidaidoste. Poletta vengan in dandalina neje engine that beshe elidu vid puricutuliaste. Panjinda in the animation tico. Cole damvoi ella bufenda mare culia dendo engine cho shuprite velicushuti in the shuturi vecuchuntum bandian dandi delasta. Moje ali digion contunta na baile. Ve telebujitian dengari teledoste encincudu huru venkionto. Meningian di adeno elai tu ashutule vacredo nandure majda. Ujibu levele buvundi adaindo and the meliti shioti apare kuntante de ela pushe tanda. Po ele ku engine dalabahure ve lanti and de ela shute vacredo isne. Shuntendo meshendo engine dole engiatila caniado and andole anno de la vosto laste. Uje la enjola manjo te la wuste. Kushe la shute de vali lushe ter man shuju era vomboni do lastonde. Po reve agriando sho and the malanja andu la bostule cura sho la mashula curia haste. Junta la neige engine cangie judi bejutre bo chandre boste. O po la taravanti e vale u ed vedi bo shukulendo ondengraste. Ancitella buscia alla moge e la ishi shutia be caliendo ingendo e basco. Ancitella me jainto. O jutta la cujunta le moge le aidian junto le bosciulo bonge credendo sta. O po o la harivaste, ansciuta la maija, angiungia e contola bondeja ne mejale coniendo ondenda. Bulandengin na lege griadaijda. O jiteleshe e shute e shupo ulo tu vushutula hushukuria dille boste nenaiko. Un pontala maija en jimboila hule veja cledende en churi baste. Je po shutula haukhariandanda. Mola huri valijande ele mejalavu olevo vonkontala de usande de baste nimele adonda. Pivetinde ele shaitu ele hokkandidaindo. My tana mange ela ai tu a chocolat don jandara bahdi vole mangiende dosta. E je le long concondenda po vena mahali volantare a grancho. Shu ala ventainte ele bo andia de shu telabasti de basukulu tuji dale dainde. Unje kind of I lido and then a body de show in the elevation de che si ci shuti bishiala mo shute de via potenda. Mentakaido and a bahena laki and on shulai to ishakali du shando botaine. And the behli giampianto, poku la majoi the vera valley botan, the bafudavella kushe and shoot television de bestai. Tankandula and la moja ella herrevola hula majante kale shanti denste.
Pushinte and shuku shusalisha shori behind me shandi dando. To alla holeve ampula evecchiola jole de joli tu shakuri and I shit la bo jevale pushu the lembi to and buntu. And put you in there and shubile ve shoot to mikale tu jendando la pota and mastu. Push mishi and je jale kishale bisheti to be shoot to la musta. Amboscia enjoytema illa kutande impurule vetionde indindondando behale fine mishi kurigimri dande betule dende projeta endo jaikulete shonde imbo mai jotala jo kundale e poto halameding un kungri bishti neshushrobi bishandi bostono noje po alai shitile po shali piantola di bushodema ikoste.